Hi folks, welcome back. My name's Lee Townsend and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran. Welcome back folks. Today's video has been requested quite a lot over the past couple of weeks and it's a tutorial of my loop version of Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran. If you haven't seen that video already, make sure that you do that by clicking the card above. I recommend that you do that so that you know which parts of the song that I'm referring to throughout this video. If you're looking forward to this video, please make sure that you subscribed by hitting the subscribe link below, as it really helps me build this channel up and you'll get alerts when I make new uploads so that you can learn how to play cool songs like this one. So, with all the YouTube stuff out the way, I'm going to get stuck straight in to the tutorial itself. And first things first, the guitar is in standard tuning but a half step down, so we're in E flat. So it should sound like this. So I'll let you pause the video and make sure that your guitar is tuned the same as that so that we can move forward. And the reason that I decided to detune the guitar a half step down was just to make it easier to sing, because some of the notes are quite high in this one. So the first loop, you'll know if you've already watched my version of this, is just the chords played in to sort of set the tempo of the rest of the song. And the chords are as follows. We're on B minor to a D, and then a D with an F sharp bass to a G. So the loop itself should sound like this. That's it. It's palm muted, all downstrokes. As I say, B minor to D, D with an F sharp bass to G. And that will set the tempo for the whole song, so that the rest of it, the riff and all that, just follows that. So after that, we're going to flick over to channel 2 in the looper. I'm going to explain all the loops before I actually put them into the loop pedal, just so that you can hear me over what I'm playing. So yeah, we change over to channel 2 on the loop pedal, and the next loop is just a kind of beatbox into the mic, which is going to be the beat that plays virtually through the whole song. And that's done by making S sounds with your mouth, like along to the beat, like a hi-hat or a shaker, I suppose it could be. And then every third beat we do like a ka sound, but without the vocal, so like that. So that should sound like. And we do that for the same length as the first loop, so that it just follows the whole song, as I say. And then the third loop we're going to put in is still in channel 2, and that's just tapping the bottom of the guitar to accentuate that snare hit, so that when we put all the bass drum stuff and the bass guitar stuff in, that this beatbox thing doesn't get lost in the mix. And the reason that we want to put the beat in straight after the chords is so that none of the rest of it bleeds into that beat, because when we drop the riff and the bass and all that out, we don't want any of the sound of that from the speakers going into the mic, if that makes sense. So once we've done with the tap, the third loop, that's it for channel 2. So we flick back over to channel 1, and the next loop that we put in is the main riff, which essentially is 3 chord shapes played with arpeggios. So I'm going to leave a little chord diagram down the bottom so you can see clearly what I'm playing. But the first chord shape is the first finger on the 2nd fret of the top E string, the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and the 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the G string. And it's an arpeggio that sounds like this. And then the next shape is all on the 2nd fret, the top E, the B, and the G string, same rhythm. And then the last one is open B string, open G string, open B string to 2nd fret B string. So, and then the same thing again. And then back up to the 3rd fret on the B string. So I hope that is clear enough and makes sense. As I say, I've left a sort of diagram with the tabs there underneath, so you should be able to see what I'm playing. So I play that over twice because the second time round it gives it kind of a nice chorusy feel, when it's looped twice on top of each other. It's like double tracking vocals. So So that is obviously the main riff that we put in. And then the next loop that goes after that is literally just a bass drum thud, which is done by hitting the bridge of the guitar down here along to the song, just along to the beat, which is very, very straightforward. And then the last loop that we add is the bass line, which I do by clicking this octave pedal on. I'm using the Boss Super Octave OC3 pedal. So whack that on, and you've got a nice low bass sound. So the bass line is played on the offbeat, so opposite to the bass drum thud that we just put in. And we're on the 7th fret. Everything here is played on the bottom E string, the fat string. And so we're on the 7th fret to the 10th fret, one hit on the 2nd fret, and then to the 3rd fret, and then to the 5th fret, and then back up to the 7th fret for that. So that loop should sound like this. And that's it. With regards to looping, that is all we're putting in to the looper. So I'm going to loop that up so that you can see how it should sound. I mean, it's on the other video anyway, but I'll do it a little bit slower so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So the first loop straight in. Should be able to hear what I mean about that chorusy effect due to playing that twice. And that, as I said, is literally all the looping that there is in this song. The rest of it is all stopping track 1 for the verses so that you can sing and playing the chords live over it. So, every time you come around, you know I can't say no. So I'll play that over. So with the loops running. In fact, we're going to use the stop button on the actual loop station itself to stop track 1. So, like this. Every time the sun is out, lead up and be bound. I forgot the words. But, so as I say, you're using the stop button on the loop pedal itself to stop just the single track. And we have to make sure that we're playing the chords as we stop that, because otherwise it'll drop out just to the beat on its own. And then we sing the verse, and then when we get that, but tonight had something wonderful, the chord there is an E minor. It's the only point at which the E minor appears in the song. And we use the FS5U to stop the other track, and then we hit it again to bring the beat back in. So watch what my feet are doing just so that you can see how it should look. Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight at something wonderful. So as we stop there, that chord is an E minor. And then to come back in, my bad habits lead to, onto the FS5U to start both of them together. Bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone, conversations with a stranger I barely know. So it's pretty straightforward. You can see in the original song exactly where it starts and where it stops and everything. The first track that we're stopping is always track 1, so you never have to select track 2. That's the beauty of this new loop pedal by Boss, is we can stop track 2 if track 1's already stopped by using the FS5U. So we never actually have to select the blue track. If you don't know how this pedal works, by the way, there's a card above there which is my overview of the RC500 and why it's better than the RC30, which I used to use. As I say, we always have the one armed, which is the one that we're stopping first. And that's pretty much all. I don't think there's any other parts to this song really that you need me to teach you. It's pretty straightforward. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, if I've missed anything out at all, you can leave them in the comment section down below this video. And as I said before, if you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribed and hit the bell icon so that you get alerts when I upload new videos. It really does help me build this channel. And I want to make a bit of a community here of like-minded people who are into guitar and looping. Until next time, thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.